All right, we're going to talk about secretive eating and some questions that got thrown my way by Mary Kay. All right, she asked a really good question. She said, how do you deal with this whole secretive eating thing when you maybe don't want to buy treats for everybody in the house, and thus you're eating it in the car because you didn't buy one for everyone, or you're concerned about others' disapproval of you, or it's a special reward just for you. So kind of like justifying secretive eating because either A, you don't have enough, B, you're concerned what others may think, or you are rewarding just you and maybe you've gone and gotten something super special. So here's the first thing. If it's something super special, something that's expensive, something that you wouldn't buy for everyone, then treat it as such. For example, I am not going to go to a very expensive restaurant, order the most delicious steak and dessert, and then go hunker down in my car and eat it. I am gonna sit at the table, enjoy the environment, enjoy this meal as a reward to myself in all aspects, not just the food. So there's obviously another layer to this, which is we need to move away from rewards being food, but that takes a lot more time, and we'll get to that in another video. But for this situation, here's how this would roll. Let's say there's a mom and pop bakery and they serve these special desserts that you like and it's a special reward for you and you get one per week or whatever. I'd love to see you take that, get yourself some really nice plates or whatever. Find a time when people are not going to be at your home. Sit down and enjoy it like a person. Or go find a very nice park setting, maybe by a lake. Go take it and sit down with a nice, beautiful Chinette plate and sit down and eat it. So what does that require? It requires a little bit of pre-thought. It requires you saying this is a really special treat. I will be honest with you and say that's probably not what's happening. What's probably happening is you're going through the store, you see a special treat you really like, you impulsively purchase it, say this is my reward because I did so good this week, and then you want to eat it on your way home. That is not a pre-thought out reward. A pre-thought out reward is, I know I'm going to the grocery store. I know I'm going to buy this very special treat for myself. And I'm going to make a super duper plan to enjoy it by going to this really nice park, sitting by the lake, putting on some relaxing music, and actually rewarding myself. See the difference there? One is I saw it in the store, impulsively purchased it, chose to claim it was a reward and this special thing so I could inhale it on the way home in secret, versus I went into the store knowing I was going to do this, knowing this was a reward, and making a plan to actually celebrate me, to having this reward in a proper way. Now, the other one, disapproval. I've done tons of videos on boundaries, but this is totally a boundaries issue. First off, you can't know what other people think of you, right? You'll never get into their head to know this. But what you simply do know is whatever they communicate to you. So I currently have a client who's working on this right now. Her husband would make comments about certain types of foods, and she thus got into secretive eating because, carbs are bad, sugar is bad. She had all these beliefs around these things. So she would still be eating them, but just not in front of him because she didn't want to hear the commentary. And I finally said to her, look, if we don't get secretive eating under control, you're not going to lose weight. So we need to sit down and have an honest conversation with Hubs and say, honey, I really appreciate everything you're doing for your health. I'm happy you're finding things that work for you. I have struggled with secretive eating for years now, where I buy these foods, I eat them in secret, and it's really not serving me. It's really working against me getting into a healthier body weight. So one of the things that trips me up is when people comment on my food. Notice, didn't directly address him, didn't put him under the bus or anything here. I'm simply saying I have a problem when people comment on my food, and I would really appreciate it if you could help support me with my secretive eating and not make comments about my food. Now, this is wildly uncomfortable for us, isn't it? This is us setting boundaries. This is how real change happens, by the way. It doesn't happen by us just pretending the problem isn't there. It doesn't happen by us trying to ignore people's comments. It happens when we get really honest and vulnerable with the people we love the most, and we say, I struggle with this. I'm doing this behavior. I know your feelings on this particular food or food issue, but by you constantly commenting, without saying you, by the way, notice how I say when people make comments, it tends to make me eat more in secret. And so I would really appreciate your help to be on my team if when you see me eating things with sugar, carbs, or whatever the food issue is, would you please refrain from saying anything to me? Because the big goal here is, yes, I want to lose weight over time, but the really big goal is to stop secretive eating. Because as long as I'm secretive eating, I'm never going to adhere to my calorie target. I'm never going to lose this weight permanently because this behavior really undermines me doing those things. So it's you being honest, you being vulnerable. So these are some things that come up for us when we think of secretive eating. We want to justify things as the reward for a job well done. We'll talk in another video about non-food rewards and how to begin putting those in intentionally. But again, if you're buying it impulsively and wolfing it down in the car, it is not a reward. It is an impulsive purchase. It is an impulsive eating situation. Reward means you've got it all planned out. You're going to that really fine dining restaurant. You're treating yourself to the really nice meal. You're sitting down eating off of china, linen napkins, right? The whole 9 yards. If that's not the option because that's not available to you, you have a really nice place picked out. You're going to go sit down and enjoy it off of a plate like a human being. And that's going to be a reward you've pre-thought out ahead of time. And then if the other secretive eating issue is because of disapproval, commentary, food police, sitting down with them and setting some proper boundaries. I love you. I know you have these opinions. I can appreciate them. However, I really do struggle with secretive eating. I hear comments and I sometimes go and get these foods and eat them in secret when no one can see me. I really want to stop that because if I want to lose weight and get healthy, I know that that behavior does not help with that. Would you be on my team and help me by just not making certain comments about foods? I'm going to intentionally be bringing my foods into the house. I might be eating things that you think are not quote unquote healthy or good for me. But if I can stop secretive eating, I can start to get my weight under control. And then ultimately the excitement around these foods will also subside. So it's that being honest, vulnerable with those you love, and asking for help. I hope this video helps. If you need more help with secretive eating or any other issues around your weight loss journey, please leave a question in the comments below. And then also, if you could like and subscribe to me on YouTube, I would greatly appreciate it so we can all spread this message together. You guys have a great day, and I'll talk to you soon.